Welcome to Second Take, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. South Africans will have to pay 31% more for electricity from next week after the regulator granted power utility Eskom a tariff increase. We are joined in studio by Engineering News senior journalist Chanel Pringle to give us some insight into the regulator's decision. But before we speak to Chanel, let's hear what NERSA regulator member Thembani Bakula had to say.
Eskom had applied for a 34% increase over a 12-month period from the 1st of April to the 31st of March 2010. Our decision then is that Eskom will receive a 31.3% increase for 9 months instead of the 12 months.
Chanel, welcome to the show. The increase is just short of what Eskom had requested. Can you take us through NERSA's decision and also how the regulator arrived at 31%?
NERSA says it took Eskom's sustainability, the security of electricity supply and the affordability of power into consideration when making its decision. The 31.3% includes a 2 cent per kilowatt hour environmental levy on non-renewable energy sources that government will be implementing on July 1. The poor and indigent customers will only face a 15% power increase, while the 31% increase also doesn't apply to customers with special purchase agreements. They will pay a different increase, although this was not specified. NERSA arrived at the figure of 31.3% by taking the 25% tariff increase projection that it had made in 2008 plus 6.3% inflation. This is just slightly lower than the 9% inflation that Eskom had expected when it had made its submission to NERSA.
What is Eskom's view on the increase?
Eskom spokesperson Fani Zulu says it is still reviewing NERSA's decision, but adds that it will contribute towards ensuring that the utility can cover its operational costs, while also providing it with an enabling environment for discussion regarding its funding model.
How have business and labour who fought against this increase responded to the news?
Business and labour organisations are very concerned over the magnitude of the increase, saying that it will place already cash-strapped consumers and businesses under further pressure. Input costs for businesses are likely to rise and the inflation is also expected to go up. COSATU says that the increase, which is almost 4 times the inflation rate, cannot be justified. And SACI has also highlighted that some municipalities will still put an additional markup on electricity prices on top of these increases, which will put consumers under even more pressure.
We heard Thembani Bakula saying that this is only for 9 months, so this is an interim increase. What will happen after that?
Eskom is currently working on finalising a funding model and its second multi-year price determination, which will determine the likely tariff increases from April 1, 2010 to March 2012. NERSA says it will not give any new future tariff increase projections until it has seen that submission, most likely by September. But it does expect electricity costs to continue rising, and it says that any future tariff increases will most likely be higher than inflation.
NERSA has also indicated that it will launch an investigation into Eskom's high primary energy costs, specifically coal. What will this entail?
The regulator plans to investigate how Eskom procures its coal and also how these costs compare to those of other coal buyers in South Africa. This will enable it to check the pricing of coal and also to try to assist Eskom in procuring its coal in a more efficient way. It cannot investigate any competition aspects, as some parties like Solidarity have requested, as this does not fall within its jurisdiction. It will, however, advise other relevant government departments on certain aspects of the coal industry, which it feels requires further investigation.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your time. That's the show for today. Thank you for watching and join us again next week.